Folks, so it is Sunday, the 19th February 2023, and there you go. Alright, so normally this would be my fitness and wellness weigh-in day, but I always want to let everybody know that I am tapping out. The challenge is almost over, and honestly, I haven't done very well in this challenge. My head has not been in the game. I haven't been doing any long fasting since before the holidays. And over the past 2 weeks, I have just been trying to adapt myself to eating a more ketogenic lifestyle, low carb, without restrictions on that low carb, more on the dirty keto side of things, and I'm going to continue down that path. So during that 2 weeks, I have been researching a lot, and I see a lot of things that people struggle with on keto that I am very familiar with, because I struggled with a lot of these things when I was on it before. But all of that is something I'm going to get into at a later time, other than right now, because I am still technically trying to get adapted. As I learned in a live stream from someone who has done keto for quite a while, a week or so ago, they told me, they gave me some good advice talking about 7 days was just not enough. And I can see that as a valid point. It's just not enough to really get things started on a ketogenic lifestyle. I see a lot of keto people, struggle with the fact that they've got to cut down on the calories too in order to continue weight loss in general. And my diet is always has always been about the calories, but that does, and I've always said that keto was my favorite diet out of the ones I've ever tried. For the simple reason that if you got a lot of weight to lose, you can lose a good majority of it without calorie counting in the beginning. Two examples of that would be the Keto Twins, right here on YouTube. They talk about it all the time, that once they got so far advanced into the keto diet, and that's all they do, they don't really dip their toes too much into the carnivore side of things all that much. But they, pretty much said that same thing, that I am saying now, that eventually calories became a factor in their continued weight loss journey. So at some point, I know I'm going to have to do calorie control along with keto, but I am still learning what works and what doesn't. So I'm dipping out of the competition a week early. I enjoyed it. I had fun doing my weigh-in, sharing my experience with you, even though it wasn't the most positive of all the people out there losing the weight. I still enjoyed it nonetheless. Wound up gaining some weight, but I've been maintaining most all of my weight loss that I had for myself during last year in 2022, and I think that is phenomenal. So I am in the process of incorporating a way of eating that is sustainable without all of that long fasting, because at some point, you've got to have something to fall back on. I am not the type of person who is going to eat all meat all the time, nor am I the type of person that is going to eat all vegetables all the time. I want a little bit of healthy balance between those two things, meat and vegetables, and bread is my biggest weakness. So, ketogenic way of eating bread seems to be the answer for me going forward throughout this year for my continued weight loss journey. And today is no exception. I started off my morning with some of those Mission low carb or Mission zero net carb wraps. I got the tomato basil ones, and I made me up some of that Swaggerty sausage, which comes in at 0 carbohydrates, and placed those on 2 of the wraps, along with a good old slice of Munster cheese, which also registers at 0 carbohydrates, and it has a good cheddar type flavor to it. Melted, it kind of stretches like a mozzarella. So I wish I could find a block of it, but I can't. But I can find these deli slices, and that is going to be a big factor and play within my diet over this week. But today, BC and I have something going on, with those wraps, and we're going to make things, that go along with them throughout this week. And today we're doing taco salad. So I've got my meat in there that's been in the freezer thawing. I'm using ground turkey because I have a lot of it saved up. It's a cheaper option, and it really makes a good meat source for tacos anyway. So I am going to be using ground turkey for mine as soon as it thaws out. It is early in the morning now. It is straight up almost 9 a.m. So let's get that started. Alright folks, so today BC and I, Big Country, keeping it real with Big Country, we're trying out the 0 net carbs wraps made by Mission. And we'll be trying them out for the entire week, and we're going to be using different recipes and stuff for that. Today we're doing taco salad. I'm just using some McCormick taco seasoning and some ground beef, and I'm just going to make that into taco chili meat. So just add a little bit of water to it and brown it up real good, and I'm just going to let the water cook out a little bit while I prepare everything else. Because, you want to get as much of the moisture out of that meat as possible. So, that's what I did here. Next, I'm going to grate up some of this extra sharp cheddar. That's the flavor of cheese I like in my tacos when I make them at home. And you notice I'm going to set a piece to the side here. That's going to come in for a very important reason in just a minute. You will see. But, I'm just going to grate it, and self-explanatory. That's going to go on top of my taco salad. And the families, of course, because, they're going to be eating with me. My wife is going to be trying out the taco salad and the shells and all of that with me. So, got to grate up enough for the entire family. And I bought 2 blocks just in case, you can't never have too much cheese. Alright, so remember when I said that piece I needed a while ago was very important for a reason? This is the reason, because, I like cheese. Alright, so Big Country and me discussed last night that we were going to try to fry up some of the shells and shallow fry them, and he beat me to it today. I'm a little behind, and he was telling me how good the tomato basil ones cooked up, shallow fried at a low temperature in the frying pan. So, I figured I'd give that a good old try out as well to see if he was right. of course, and this is something we talked about, we were interested in. And there they are right there, the tomato basil ones. I have not tried the regular, the plain ones yet, but he said they crisp up pretty good and they were plain tasting and they would have uses and application. But that right there, he said, was the best one of the two flavor wise. So I figured I'd start there. So I got it shallow frying in the lard, and even at a low frying temperature, they cook up really fast. Really fast, so you got to be careful with them. As you can see, they got little bubbles that form up on them. They darken up a little bit, and if you cut it up too high, they will definitely burn if you try to do it too fast. So you got to take your time with them. And you know, I'm gonna fry up a couple here because I want to give one a try out on its own without, you know, anything on top of it or anything like that. But yeah, they fry up amazingly well. I was quite surprised, actually, at how easy they were to manipulate in the frying pan. So, you know, you just kind of flip them over on both sides and do a little light fry on each side, and that should be plenty enough. But that tomato basil color really comes out when they're fried, I'm telling you what. So I got me about 2 or 3 of them here. Look at that air bowl in the middle, just like the way authentic shells do that are not low carb. And man, I'm here to tell you what, that thing was good. It was real good. I could have eat a plate full of those fried up just like that on their own. That's how good they were. So definitely a big thumbs up. Wow. And you know, I had to cook up an extra one because I wanted 3 on my plate. I wanted to try some things out. Now we're just building our salad, putting lettuce on top of the shells that I just fried up, and you know, just putting everything back in the refrigerator as I go, trying to get everything fixed just right and clean up as I go. So with my taco salad, I like to add a little bit of that red onion, or as we call it down here, purple onion, because you know the color of it's purple to me. So I call it purple onion, even though the proper name is red. It looks awful purple to me, y'all. Y'all tell me. But I don't want to use too much because you can add the carbs in there, but I wanted them in there for the flavor. So, you know, it's a vegetable. So I added a few of them in there. And next I'm pulling out the tomato. We bought our onions and tomatoes sliced. The grocery store we get them from already has them sliced fresh daily. So yeah, it was a no-brainer. Save time. Might pay a little extra for them already cut up like that, but it's totally worth it in a situation like this where you're trying to feed a bunch of people and you're trying to get everything done as fast as possible. But yeah, we're just basically doing a simple taco salad. Something anyone can create at home. Now I'm adding a little bit of my meat mixture on there because, you know, meat mixture is important on a taco salad. Without it, it's basically not good. It doesn't taste very taco-y without meat, y'all. So I just spread that on there real good, and next I'm going to go in for the cheese, the big mountain of cheese that I just grated up, and I'm going to put a good fair amount of that on there because I really like the cheese. That should do it right there, I think. Maybe a little more. Maybe a little more. You know, you can't never get enough cheese. Alright, so this is Old El Paso. It's zesty ranch sauce made for tacos. Never tried it before, saw it. It's only got a couple of carbs per serving, so I figured I'd give that a good old try out on here. Instead of sour cream, I was using this in the place of it, and yeah, I tasted a little bit of it. It tastes really good. very good actually. It tastes more on the sour cream side. And then of course some salsa. I mean, you can't have taco salad without salsa, right? So I'm gonna get a spoonful of that or two to put on top of there. And from there, that's just about the end of it. That's just about the end of it right there. Yeah. What else would you need? Nothing else. That's perfect. Perfect. Alright, so here's my presentation of my dish. Alright, now let's go enjoy it. Alright folks, so here we are with our taco salad creation that we made. And there's my fried flour tortillas. Now, those things are awesome, y'all. Oh my goodness. Me and BC talked about this yesterday. And he tried it first today. While I was shopping for my ingredients for my taco salad, he messaged me and told me how good it was and showed me how good it was. So yeah, man, I had to do it too. Alright, so what they remind you of, I mean, they are almost like the perfect texture for a taco salad bowl. That is kind of why I put them on the bottom here, so they act as such as that. And just like a taco salad bowl, they don't come off easy. Man, y'all, that is good right there. Those Mission zero net carb tomato basil wraps are absolutely amazing. Shallow fried. And they cook fast, so you gotta really keep your eye on them. Really keep your eye on them. But they're absolutely a game changer in taco salad. Oh, and that Old El Paso ranch dressing. Let's see if I can get some of that. I dumped it upside down. It's mixed on the cheese there. You can't really see it, but boy, is that good. It's better than just regular sour cream. It's like a kind of like a seasoned taco creamy thingy. I mean, but check this out. Look at here. I just had an idea in my head. Look at that. That's one of the chef. Perfect Mexican pizza. Just like Taco Bell. Perfect Mexican pizza. It holds like one. It eats like one. If I had layered a couple of these on top like that, totally could do a Mexican pizza. Oh yeah. Y'all, That is a must do for me. That is just like a Mexican pizza, y'all, man. I just come up with that right there in my own plate. Totally worth it. Totally worth it. That ain't just like a Mexican pizza. Wow. I'm blown away. I'm blown away about how good those crisp up. And that grease. The older style, back when I was doing keto before, I tried to fry some up and they did not do well like those did. They did not do well. Yeah, I could just totally do that as a taco pizza situation. And those are good on their own without any of this on here. They taste amazing. I could feed that to people who weren't on keto. They would love that. They would love it. All right, so I'm going to give my final thoughts on this, and I'm going to finish it off camera. But here's my take on it. Because this is the week we're doing Mission Zero Net Carb Wraps for the entire week. Yesterday, you seen us do a cheeseburger and use them as a bun replacement. Worked perfectly. Thumbs up on that. Shallow frying them at a low temperature to make Mexican style taco salad or a Mexican pizza. 2 thumbs up. If I had more thumbs, I would definitely put them out there. Alright, folks, I'm gonna finish my food, and until tomorrow, y'all have a good one.